Greetings, citizens of Tetris. It is your old pal Vandweller back with more classic Tetris Monthly Mega Dasters for 2025. This is our annual DAS Championship. DAS, the press and hold playstyle that predominated in the competitive Tetris scene from its beginnings to 2017. Taken over by hyper tapping, which was then taken over by rolling. But yeah, we still like to play DAS, okay? So we're playing DAS, the press and hold play style, and this is Classic Tetris Monthly's first annual Mega Dasters Championship. Our normal monthly DAS Masters is 32 players, and we have doubled it to 64 players to find and crown our first annual DAS champion. So looking forward to that. This is going to be 2 matches in the preliminary rounds. And I would show you the bracket, but I don't have a bracket visualization for you. So I will just tell you who is going to be playing. You can take a look at the link right there and click on the one that says Mega Dasters. That will show you the whole thing, but we are doing right now the Navy bracket, round 1 and round 2, 6 rounds total. So this is round 1 and round 2. This is going to be DMJ versus Nerdthebox with the face cam reveal. And then the winner of that match will take on Robin, the 2024, was it 2024 or 23? One of those. Former CTWC DAS World Champion. So pretty excited for this one. DMJ versus Nerdthebox, winner versus Robin. Let's take a look at our rules. Yes, there are rules, believe it or not, 2024. Thank you. Oh, I was like picking my teeth and talking. Yeah, there are rules. And the rules are that this is a 64-player single elimination flat bracket tournament based on the 1989 version of Tetris released by Nintendo for the Nintendo Entertainment System on NTSC consoles. Players can play an emulator or console so long as the game mechanics, appearance, and statistics are unmodified. They can use any controller so long as there's no big buttons or turbo functions used, whether electronical or mechanical or even biological. That's right, no biological turbo, which means do not hyper tap, do not roll, do not slow tap even, because this is a DAS tournament. This is the press and hold play style. You are allowed 1 quick tap at the end of a DAS movement, 2 and 3 taps in the middle of the board, you know, sparingly in an emergency. Okay, yeah, do it. Okay, fine. That's the spirit of DAS. Just play DAS. These will be best of 5s here in the early rounds. That means the first player to 3 wins is the winner of the match. Level 18 starts all the way through. We will be using same piece sets players. We are going to re-roll those piece seeds in between each game. We are not incrementing. And players, turn on your hertz and input displays because those are required. You should not receive any advice while you are playing a game, okay? You and your mind alone with the game. Do not pause unless the commentator tells you to pause. I'm the commentator. If I don't tell you to pause, don't pause. If you do experience tech issues, just keep playing. Don't assume that your score won't count just because there was a little hiccup or whatever. Just keep playing. Assume your game will count until you hear otherwise from me. And the winner gets absolutely nothing. Isn't that sad? I just absconded with all the prize money? No, that's not true. Here it is. The prize money stands right now at $2,091.79. Our prize pools, as always, are funded 100% by you, the viewers. Yeah, I don't have it. We don't have sponsors. How, you can't have a sponsor in 2025. Are you kidding? My word, that would be madness. But yeah, no sponsors. I'm not funding it. Elon Musk not funding it. Yeah, it's just you guys. So if you want to contribute to the prize pool, you can do it. we are going to introduce some incentives and tiers and paying out more, just as we normally do with our Mega Masters. That'll be coming once we hit the round of 32. But if you want to contribute to the prize pool and get us started, use the Matcherino command while you're watching live on Twitch or on YouTube. The one that says Mega Dasters, that is the one. Click on that. It'll take you to the landing page for this tournament with our prize pool partner, Matcherino. Once you're at the webpage, top right-hand corner is where you log in. You can log in with your existing Twitch or YouTube account. You do not have to go through an account creation process. It's easy. Just log in with Twitch or YouTube. Easy. Once you're in the right-hand side, there's a button that says contribute. Click on that to contribute. And that is how to contribute. So prize pool, super important. It keeps the players coming back month after month. And it compensates them for all the time they spend practicing and entertaining you all, the viewers. Okay? That is how to support the players. Is that it? Is that all you have to support? No. You also must support the channel. So yes, the channel, which means also your streamers, right? It's 1 o'clock in Texas. There is a reason that I am available to stream a random mini bracket at 1 p.m. on a workday. It's because of your support. So if you want to support the channel, do like these people have done. Go to patreon.com/monthly Tetris and make an ongoing pledge of support. That will allow us to look forward into the future. You know, it's recurring revenue, very important. It says, hey, we can look forward a couple months and say, we kind of know what's coming in. We can keep going, or we don't know what's coming in, or not enough is coming in, and we're going to have to start doing DoorDash. So anyway, thank you to everybody who's contributing to the channel. Big shout to Scott Gray, Jane the Window, K9, Tacky, Corporal, Shelby, Troy Dan, Kim M, Rogue Potato, Kakin, Javin T, Jason, Sonny, and Junior. Junior upgraded his contribution to bracket sponsor. I haven't updated the slide yet, but thank you so much, Junior. And of course, thank you to everybody else on this slide as well for your support. That's not the only way to support us. You can use the support command to find other ways to directly support us. If you don't like Patreon, that's fine. You can make a recurring payment on PayPal and just set it and forget it, and you know your support is there. If you're on YouTube, you can do super chats, super stickers, super thanks, super comments, super this, super that. Channel memberships over on YouTube. You can gift a channel membership. You can even gift multiple channel memberships. Over on Twitch, you've got bits. You got weird things you can do with bits, like gigantifying emotes and doing this and that, whatever. You can subscribe to the channel. You can gift a subscription to the channel. You can gift multiple subscriptions to the channel. And if you're an Amazon Prime member, you also have an Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime gaming subscription that you can grant on a monthly basis to the streamer of your choice. Set it or forget it. Don't forget it. Otherwise, Bezos gets it. And you'd rather have Vandy get it than Bezos, right? We're both bald, but I'm nicer and poorer, and I could use it. So, I don't know. That is enough. I'm going to flop on over to our game scene and see what our players are up to. And there is a player, Nerdthebox, who is nerding out in sunglasses and mask and keyboard in a dark room. That is what we have for Nerdthebox, making his first appearance on camera. And at the very least, we can confirm that this is a human being. So, lest anyone think that this is not a human being, we have confirmed it. And let me go ahead and see if we can get DMJ refreshed. I think, where's he on seed? He's on slot 22, right? Okay. Let's see if DMJ might be a little bit late. That is what I've heard. They might be 10 to 15 minutes late. So, all right, now I gotta. So you keep turning the lights on and off, and now I have to like change the. See above the scoreboard or above the score. You see how there's the illusion that like he's got a full camera that reaches all over. I do that by matching the top color to the top color of their thing and keep turning the lights on and off and ruining the immersion. So decide whether the lights are on or off, okay? Thank you. That would be good. All right, there you go. Look at that. We got a full camera over there. All right, so we're going to wait on DMJ. DMJ not yet here. I don't think. Let me check the chat and see if you are here. But we might be waiting another 3 or 4 minutes. And if that we are, that's okay. I can play Tetris for your amusement and enjoyment. Or we could just regard Nerdthebox and just say, wow, look at, I mean, the power of Classic Tetris Monthly has made it that Nerdthebox wants to play so badly that it'll be on camera. Here, let me just do my magic of television over here. There we go. Yeah, see, that's what we do. What we have is just this is what we have, right? So behind the player's camera is the camera's not wide enough to give us the surround. So what we do is we just put these. We have 3 colored strips that I can actually use to get the illusion, right? And so then when you put it on the main thing, it kind of looks like where the camera is large enough to fill out the whole side. So they do that pretty much every time. So there you go. That is behind the scenes of Classic Tetris Monthly. Tyler would like to play various iOS word games. I don't know what that means. Bro, if DMJ were playing CTL, I would just quit Tetris. I would just quit. I mean, if you want to get me to quit Tetris, just keep doing that stuff. All right, I'm going to play. I guess I'll just I'll spam my attempts here. What am I doing this? I'm doing this DM pre-roll. Oh, would you like to play? All right, I see. Would it be the last straw? You know how many last straws I've had and I'm still here? All right, well, I'm going to play. I'm going to go for, I'm just going to show you. This is what I've been grinding, just trying to get as many max outs with 23 starts on Transition Trainer, starting with 700K. This is my grind, and I'm just trying to get as many maxes as possible. I don't know. I've got several. Oops, I missed. I've got many. I don't know. 15, 20. I want to get it so that I'm not nervous at all when I get to these levels with a good score, and that it's just like old hat. It's whatever. But yeah, I'm not going to get it off of this. This is already behind. Oh my God. I haven't warmed up. Okay. I'm like overshifting like crazy. I'm blocking. Ay, ay, ay. All right, there's the first Tetris. I need more. Holy moly. Oh my God, forget it. I want to play various iOS word games. What the heck? Is there like a various iOS word game server or what? All right, so we're just waiting on DMJ. DMJ just got home. Okay, whoops. Ay, ay, ay. All right, so what song was that? That was The Cosmic Void on the Trace Vector soundtrack by Flexstyle. So go to flexstyle.bandcamp.com to support the artist. All right, so DMJ is home. So let's see if I can just get a quick max out just to prove that is something I can do. Although I'm halfway looking at the chat as well, so it's probably not ideal conditions. Yeah, see, I just looked at chat. That's a problem. All right, give me another one. Give me another. Give me another. No, forget it. All right. Well, let's see how we're doing over here. Let's see if we can refresh our good buddy, see if he's streaming yet. Not yet. Pretty soon. My dash control just sucks today. So yeah, sorry for the delay, everybody. We're just kind of waiting for. I didn't have. Oh my god. Just waiting for a player to appear. I'm going to keep refreshing, and as soon as the player is available, we will be okay. Now, DMJ doesn't have a comp alt, right? DMJ is just on his normal account, right? What is it? What am I doing? Yeah, I'm kind of a mess today, guys. I need the Dogbone D-pad. I gave away my Dogbone controller. Actually, guys, give me a minute. I will be back in a moment. Wallband, send me the mod. Send it to me. I want to see it. I'm special. All right, I'll be right back. All right, looks like DMJ is live, so that is good news for everyone. Go ahead and adjust the cam, and yeah, we'll just we'll get DMJ ready. If you need a minute or two to warm up, that's okay. We understand. All right, we're gonna flop DMJ around this way. Blurp. I don't know which direction DMJ faces, so we'll try to figure that out. All right, how much time do you need, DMJ? Oh my god, it's an earthquake. Get out. DMJ. Ah. You don't need any time. Okay. Cool. All right, let's go ahead and give players to pieces. FA3091. FA3091. What's... Oh, you need hertz and input. Thank you. All right, yeah, whoops. Well, I didn't mean to, that was not supposed to be pinned. Unpin. All right, looks like both players are ready. Thanks everybody for waiting, really appreciate that. FA3091, both players are on seed. Both players have signaled ready. It is DMJ versus Nerdthebox round 1. CTM Mega Dasters Navy bracket about to get underway in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. I'm trying to figure out what information we can glean about Nerdthebox and the reflection of those giant sunglasses, but all I see is a laptop and some wires. That is it. So on the left side, it is DMJ, seed number 46. DMJ qualified into a Mega Dasters with a 912,000 average of his best 3 games played in a 75-minute championship qualifier. DMJ's got a DAS PB of 1.2222 million, which is a top 50 score. Have I ever watched The Masked Singer? I've seen ads for it, and it looks preposterous and horrible. And I will never watch it. Anyway, but you're free to enjoy it. Anyway, yes, DMJ here on the left. Of course you know I wouldn't like it, right? I mean, come on, you know me, right? Anyway, DMJ is a 5-time CTWC gold bracket player. He has finished as high as the top 8, which he did in 2024 before going out to the eventual winner of that tournament, Alex T. He's also been in the top 16 twice. So he's had good runs at CTWC. He's also been in Mega Masters 2 times, and he's finished as high as the top 16, which he did in the inaugural year, but that isn't as good because it was only 32 players anyway. Went out to cheese in that one. You've also seen DMJ all around the live regional scene. Seen him at Kansas City Regional in 24 and 25, at the Waco qualifier in various years, 22, 23. I'm sure I was at one of those. You've also seen him at Lone Star in 2024. That is our live championship on hiatus. You've seen him at Jonas Cup last year, took 13th, and at the Columbus WPL Regional this year as well. So DMJ here trying to make a run. Oh, he's also a former Futures Circuit winner as well. And that is DMJ. On the right side of your screen, it is Nerdthebox. Do not ping Nerdthebox in the Discord. You'll be very, very angry. Nerdthebox making it really is kind of on-camera CTM debut. Qualified into seed number 51 with an 877,000 qualifier. 306 here for DMJ, 278 for Nerdthebox. Nerdthebox has a DAS PB allegedly of 1.07. That is what I got from a video from YouTube. So it might be different. I don't know. A mysterious figure, this Nerdthebox. This is Nerdthebox's first appearance on camera in CTM, and in really, I think, any classic Tetris circumstances. Never played in a live event, as far as we know. Oh, that J is gonna miss here. He's gonna snake in a long bar and get another long bar down for Tetris. He's gonna survive that. 330 for him, 320 for DMJ. But you have seen Nerdthebox where? Playing Tetris Deathmatch back in the day. Tetris Friendlies, playing a community tournament, Futures. Eat My Elo, of course. Who can forget all the memorable matches there in Eat My Elo? So yeah, excited to have Nerdthebox in the fold here in Mega Dasters. He's never played a Masters or Das Masters event. So pretty exciting to see another debut here. 345 for Nerdthebox, 362 for DMJ. Yes, and Nerdthebox has played a lot of what is called NES, and that is an NES Tetris, kind of a series of game modes that center on an altered DAS setting, so faster left and right movement, pressing and holding. Hydrant Dude, known for running tournaments around that, and it's sort of adjustable DAS tournaments are what happens at Fractals Boston Regional as well. Any DAS STM ever, I'm open to it, but I would have to consult with Hydrant Dude because it's not something I really know a lot about. Tetris says Nerdthebox makes sneaky good YouTube videos. All right, they're not overtly good, but they're sneakily good. So go over, find Nerdthebox Tetris on YouTube. 444 for DMJ, 408 for Nerdthebox. So a bit low transition-wise here in Game 1 for these two. You're generally looking for 500 or greater. 500, or more is pretty good. 600 or more is, like God tier. And DMJ getting up a little bit high on the board here. But he's going to open up the right. Long bar gets in. Tetris for DMJ. 506. 453 for Nerdthebox. Is the genuine vandweller compliment redemption not a thing anymore? It will become a thing again. I just I don't have it in me right now at this phase of my life. I can't say something good about someone right now. I'm just, I'm doing my best to just muddle through. I'll open it back up. I'll open it back up in maybe in the top 32 here of Mega Dasters. 522 for Nerdthebox, 523 for DMJ. The real problem with the genuine vandweller compliment redemption for channel points is that sometimes people are want to redeem them. They're like, I'm saving up for that compliment. And I'm like, I don't really know you that much, and I don't know what to say. So I would just be like making stuff up, trying to make it sound particularized. But I put a lot of pressure on myself for these compliments. 536 for DMJ, 588 for Nerdthebox. And I think this is going to be a top out for DMJ at 537, and it is. And Nerdthebox is good in game number 1. Genuine compliments return when the prize pool hits 10,000. All right. Evesy also says some chatters have no genuine complimentable qualities. I don't know if that's true or not. it's all individual. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. Yeah, it's on hiatus right now. Is the spirit of face cam so that the viewing audience can see the players and reactions and emotions? No. It's just I don't want cartoons on the screen, and I want there to be a recognizable person with a continuous identity throughout their play history so that I know who it is. All right, the pieces are in the chat. B6, E5, E2. DMJ, I think you incremented. We don't increment in Masters level events, so you do need to do B6, E5, E2. We do not increment. Sorry for the inconvenience, but yeah, at least as far as I'm concerned, my streams, no anime profile pictures are happening. But yeah, we understand some people don't want to, and some people can. Some people are like underage and don't want to. Some people are celebrities. Who's a celebrity? I don't know. All right, looks like both players are ready. Game number 2, Nerdthebox up 1-0 over DMJ. When I do a TNP restream and someone's image is obnoxious, I just turn it off. We are already at over $2,000. We had a overnight contribution from Scott Gray the other night to get us to 2,000. So we are already paying our top 8 for sure. It also discourages alting. Yeah, there's a like game integrity aspect of it as well. If you're if you're playing in an event with a prize pool where significant money can be won, then you have to give up a little of your privacy in order to participate. You've got to be a little bit more above board. So that's part of it. That's reasonable. $10 contribution, another one from Arbaro. Make sure everyone to join Tetris for the non-pros at tnp.tetris.lol. But yeah, I don't really like people's like anime profile pics. I'm just not into it. $160 for DMJ, $122 for Nerdthebox. $188 for DMJ, $132 for Nerdthebox. Remember, these are best of 5s here in the early rounds. I think we're going to do best of 7 with a skunk rule. So someone asked a few streams ago, what is the skunk rule? Basically means, all right, a normal best of 7, you win by winning 4 games, right? But if you are up 2 games to none and win and go up 3-0, that's enough. It's like a mercy rule, and it just prevents us from playing non-competitive matches all the way to the end. And it also just it keeps it a little bit shorter, which is good. But it also, allows for a best of 7, like a 4-3 game, as long as the match remains competitive. So that is a skunk rule. So yeah, so best of 7 would be, 4 games wins it unless you win the first 3 games in a row. And I think we're going to be doing that for the round of 32 and the round of 24. And then maybe round of 16, round of 8, we'll do best of 7 pure. Unadulterated. That's right. 346 for DMJ, 326 for Nerdthebox. And thank you again, Junior, for your upping your level of support. Appreciate that. We'll get you on the slide soon. What about Eric's Tuhu PFP on Twitch? I don't know what that means. I don't know what a Tuhu is. I don't know what anything is. If it's like animated, assume that I don't know what it is. 441 for DMJ, 417 for Nerdthebox. Oh, I see. All right, Hana is explaining. So about a 44,000 point lead for DMJ, but also up by about 4 or 5 lines. All right, there's a Tetris for Nerdthebox, 471. There's one for DMJ, 535. There's another Tetris Nerdthebox, 517, just a line or two away from the level 19 transition where the speed will increase by 50%. And the levels will start to increment every 10 lines, and the value of line clears will go up. Tetris is right now on 19, are worth 24,000. They'll go up 1,200 every color change. 632 for DMJ, 543 for Nerdthebox. Here's a Tetris for Nerdthebox, 570. All right, DMJ's board needs some attention. It's still low. But he's getting it cleared down. And DMJ is now clean and Tetris ready and gets it. Tetris 675. All right, Nerdthebox ready. Tetris for Nerdthebox 609. There's another one, DMJ. DMJ ahead by 7 lines and about 97,000 points or something. There's another Tetris, DMJ 735. Oh, that long bar over to the left side for Nerdthebox. Going to complicate things and slow him down a little bit. And oh no, this is probably not going to be survivable. It will not be. Nerdthebox gives up. And DMJ is going to take a game back. All right, the pieces are here. B, B, 2D, E, F. BB, 2Def. Tetris, that could be your rap name. BB, 2Def. What about that? I don't know what BB stands for, but All right, both players on seed, both players ready. And what was once a best of 5, now a virtual best of 3. A game apiece, DMJ, Nerd the Box, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. That's right, baby means baby. Baby to death. So dumb. Why am I so dumb? All right, there's a Tetris for DMJ. There's one for Nerd the Box with DMJ with that. Stood up S piece, gonna spin a J around it. And that won't cause too much in the way of problems. Yeah, DMJ going for the center well Tetris and will get it. So not too many burns there. So not too costly early on. That S piece down the middle, another Tetris, 73,000. You were receiving a beverage. Hello, Arby. Arby. Oh, Nerd the Box kind of overshifting that S piece. Would be open for a kind of a T-spin here. It's not even a spin, really, just kind of tucking it. It's all right, not super costly for Nerd the Box. Couple of burns, but there is a Tetris. 101, 98 for DMJ. You have the meats. Tetris, do you eat at Arby's? Robin is here in chat. Robin will be playing the winner. I'll say it, Arby has better good chicken and fries. Robin says, this is best of 7 with skunk rule, right? No, it's best of 5. BO7 skunk rule. Like 80% sure we're going to do it starting in the round of 32. Maybe the round of 24. I'm not sure. Not sure. We're making it up. You know how we are, CTM. We just kind of make it up as we go along. You don't need to know the rules before you enter a tournament, okay? Just start playing Tetris and we'll decide as we go along based on, you know, whether which players are doing well and poorly, right? That's how we do it. Totally rigged. 201 for Nerd the Box, 215 for DMJ. You're all right. You're already warmed. Good. Tetris DMJ 238, 223 Nerd the Box. Skimming at Tetris for Nerd the Box. Trying to think of other nerd people we have in the classic Tetris scene. We have, or had Pokey Nerd. We had someone named Nerds. Remember that? Who was Nerds again? Remember that? Just nerds with a lot of D's and Z's. The second real 1.3, Pseudo Nerd. That is not a nerd. Fake nerd. But those are the only other 2 nerds that I can remember. That's what the match database is good for. Let me look up nerd. All right, Nerds is in there. Nerdy Felix is apparently someone. Yeah, who is Nerdy Felix? Oh, Nerdy Felix plays in Tetris for the non-pros. I don't know that name at all. But, all right, there you go. And they're, like, active. Tetris for Nerd the Box, 413, 424 for DMJ. Nifty little burn there to take care of that whole situation. is set up in column 9 and gets the Tetris. 448 for him, 436 for Nerd the Box. All right, Tetris for Nerd the Box, 528, 517 for DMJ. It's a good question, Tetris asked. What is a pot pie? I guess it's a savory pie with a stew-like consistency filling, I guess. Is that what a pot pie is? 567 for DMJ into 19, 577 for Nerd the Box. So it's close here on 19. Now we'll have 100 lines of this speed. Then level 29 will kick in, which for years was the kill screen in NES Tetris until people realized, oh yeah, you can actually like play on it actually. $590 for Nerd the Box, $653 for DMJ. Tetris says, y'all ever had a Slim Jim? I know someone who loves Slim Jims, and they're in my apartment right now, and it's not me. $629 for Nerd the Box, $708 for DMJ. Cousin Avi says a pot pie has pearl onions, peas, gravy baked under a dough. I think it's too narrow a definition. Like, if it had everything but the peas, you would say, oh, not a pot pie, no peas. I think it's too narrow. You know, words mean things, Cousin Avi, okay? 643 for Nerd the Box, 770 for DMJ. The DMJ with about 100,000 point lead and just about the same line count. You have a degree in linguistics? Weren't you the one telling me the other day that being a linguist allows you to describe but not prescribe usage? And here you were prescribing usage. So, got him. And that is going to be a top out for Nerd the Box at 742. And DMJ is good in game number 3. The spirit of pot pie. Yeah, there's a spirit of pot pie rule where, like, you know, I think if it's soupy in a crust, savory and warm. So like a quiche is kind of like a savory pie, but it's not soupy, it's more custardy. And there's the max out for DMJ. More custardy and cold, right? So not a pot pie. Quiche is not a pot pie. Tetris says, if Maturino reaches 59,000, I will try a pot pie. All right, so DMJ is going to take game number 3. New pieces are here when you're ready. $399E22. What's the difference between a pot pie and soup in a bread bowl? Well, you've just said it. A pot pie is one united entity, right? On its own. Whereas literally you just said soup in a bread bowl, right? Obviously two distinguishable things, and you're just putting one in the other. Plus, soup in a bread bowl, you're baking the bread separately and the soup separately, and then combining them after they're already cooked. Whereas the pot pie, it's already cooked together, right? All right, looks like both players are ready. Both players are on seed. Game number 4, Nerdthebox looking to tie it up and force a deciding game 5 in his Dastmasters debut in 3-2-1 Tetris. Matcherino not loading for anyone else. They've been having some weird trouble on their site recently. So you can sometimes try another browser. I haven't been able to figure out if it's browser specific, but I have had an issue where I tried it in Brave browser, which is Chromium based, and it didn't work. And then I tried it in Firefox, and it did work. All right, Tetris for Nerdthebox. Couple on the board for DMJ, game number 4. Obviously, critical game here for Nerdthebox in his debut in really any Masters level event. Tetris says, if Matcherino reaches 100,000, I will lose 100 pounds and record my weight loss journey. If we don't, I will gain 100 pounds and have a heart attack. Oh my goodness. Talk about steaks. Steaks. I had my one meal today already. We're doing alternate day fasting, and I ate my meal early. I wanted to get it out of the way before I had a bunch of CTM to do. Tetris says steaks are an overrated meat. Beef, very expensive right now. $238 for DMJ, $235 for Nerdthebox. It's all that Bidenflation. Ay, ay, ay. All right, $258 for Nerdthebox, $261 for DMJ. All right, there's the Tetris for Nerdthebox, 327 in the lead by about 40,000 points. Also ahead by 5 lines. Pines Cutely said, frog legs taste exactly like chicken. I don't know. They taste like chicken that's been sitting in a swamp for a while. Kind of like alligator, too. I think alligator even more so. Like, oh, if you brined a chicken in swamp water, that's what alligator tastes like. $356 for Nerdthebox, $316 for DMJ. DMJ up kind of high on the board. Now really needs... Oh, what's he going to get to the left? And no, this is not going to be survivable for DMJ. And Nerdthebox is good and is forced to deciding game number 5. Oh, wait. I have the filter on that. Anyway, forced to deciding game number 5. Turn the filters off on the decider. Defaults. Yes. There we go. Oh, I could like totally... All right, the new pieces are there, players. If you need a moment, you can take it. Decider time. There it is, the Decider. Here, we'll put it over here because he's DMJ. Whoa, look at that color shift. All right, looks like both players are on seed. Both players are ready. It is game number 5. The winner of this one single solitary game will move on to the round of, 48? Is that how it works? We'll take on Robin in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Van, have you ever had a lengua taco or burrito? Yes, I have. Don't tell Tyler what that is. It's fine, but they better do it right, because otherwise it's like super tough. Tetris says, I've never had a taco Vandy. That is weird though. Like, taco seems to be one of the kind of most, especially like, American gringo taco seems to be like one of the like simplest foods. Like, it's literally just like if you just get like a hard shell Ortega shell, right? And then just put some ground beef in it, you can call it a taco, right? Tetris is like, I had my first burrito at CTWC because Milo paid me $30 to take a bite. I'm becoming increasingly convinced that this food picky eater thing for Tetris isn't true at all, and he's just using it to scam people, and they'll be like, oh, Tetris, here's $30 to eat a bite of a burrito. And he's like, oh, I don't know, I'm scared, guys. All right, where's the $30? And he's just like, he's making his whole living off of being a picky eater who, quote, picky eater. No, I've never had a grape juice. All right, $40, I'll drink it a little bit. Tetris says it's a great icebreaker on dating apps to mention I've never had a taco. What I remember from dating apps, and maybe this was from like the time that I was on them way back in the day, is that's what like people mostly, their primary interest is tacos for like a lot of people. Oh my God, Nerdthebox in trouble. And that is going to be a top out for Nerdthebox at 126,000. And DMJ is good and will be moving on. Nerdthebox, you've made your debut in a Masters level event here with CTM. I hope it was everything that you thought it would be. You played great. Oh, DMJ paused, disqualified. Well, congratulations, Nerdthebox. You've made a debut. You played well. DMJ, a great DAS player, and you played well against him. So, anyway, hope to see you again in future events. And thanks again. All right, we're going to run some ads. We're going to bring in Robin, who will take on DMJ. And you can watch the live jank right here. All right, so how do we do this again? All right, so Nerdthebox is on seed 23. So goodbye, Nerdthebox. And we're going to bring in DMJ, who's on spot 22. So we got like a double DMJ. Oh, the double. No one expects the double DMJ. All right, there we go. And then Robin is on seed 19, right? You want double Vandy? Oh, my word. All right, so Robin. We got Robin all situated. La-da-dee, la-da-da-da-doo. Okay, so we'll create our illusion. Oh, we don't have to create the illusion. We've got plenty to work with, so we do not have to create the illusion. Oh God! Oh no, DMJ! Another earthquake! Oh God! Oh no! Oh, he's gone! Oh jeez! Tetris says, I need some fries, fish right now, and therefore I need an excuse to go to Shucks. What? I don't know what that means. Why am I reading? I feel like I need to read. You love fried fish. You love fried fish. Okay. All right. Well, looks like players are ready, so let's go ahead and give them some pieces. The pieces are here: 5F82CB, 5 Foxtrot 82 Charlie Bravo. Thank you, Javan T, for the pin. Why would you deep fry an Oreo, says Tetris? Delicious. We're already at 2K. Yeah, Mari, it all came in one big chunk. Looks like we had another contribution to the prize pool as well. So I will thank whoever that was. Looks like it was Bendy with the $1 contribution to the prize pool. Says Masters. Thank you, Bendy. Wowies. Okay, looks like both players are on seed. Both players are ready. So let us get them started. CTM Mega Dasters Round 2, the Navy Bracket. Robin versus DMJ in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. All right, we'll fix these cams up a little bit. All right, there we go. We're good. We're figuring it out. Oh, we got to get rid of our seed checker. Goodbye, seed checker. Well, we have got 2 Tetris players playing Tetris for you here in CTM Mega Dasters, our first annual DAS World Championship. The entire world can get here because it's on the internet, and the internet is all over the world. On the left side of your screen, it is Robin, who qualified into this tournament with a 1.043 million. That was the average of her best 3 games played in a 75-minute championship qualifier. Robin has got a DAS PB, at least on the list anyway, of, oh no, that is a top out. Oh, I didn't even get through the introduction, and Robin is going to top out. Target for DMJ is 70,000. And he is set up in column 7. And Robin just held out too long and then hung a J piece. And now DMJ may be running into issues here. He's another, like, 8,000 would do it. Let's see. Robin waiting with bated breath. All right, there's a bar that's going to help. All right, DMJ's going to uncover. He needs one more line clear. One more line clear will do it. He's going to get the Tetris. There it is. And DMJ is going to be gifted game number 1 by Robin. Oh, not a decider anymore. So, all right, a quick game 1. Pieces are here for game number 2. We've all seen that board before, says DMJ. Yeah, for real. 79307E. Those are the new pieces. All right, looks like both players are ready. Game number 2 in 3, 2, 1 Tetris. And yeah, I got cut off right in the middle of giving you the introduction to Robin. So anyway, Robin, just in case you were under some other impression, Robin, one of the top DAS players in the world, was the winner of CTWC's DAS Championship in 2024. That's the championship that takes place in Germany. Robin is also the winner of a hopeful circuit here in CTM back in February of 23, and is also a former runner-up in our monthly DAS Masters. That was back in February of 2025 in a match against Pixel Andy. And Robin also had high finishes at CTWC's DAS Championship in Germany in 25 and 23. And also played in Mega Masters in 2023. Robin is ranked number 9 in the Premier poll. That is a ranking of competitive Tetris players in both open and DAS playstyle tournaments. And Robin was number 9 on the DAS list. You can see the full rankings over at premierpoll.com. Premier with an E at the end. Robin is from the Netherlands. Maisie with a $10 contribution to the prize pool. And Maisie McQuizzy says, let's go Robin, be the boat, not the woat. All right. Be the boat, not the woat. Anyway, thank you, Maisie. Appreciate that. On the right side of your screen, DMJ, seed number 46, qualled in with a 912,000, and defeated Nerdthebox in round 1 to make it here to round 2. Of course, Robin got a 1-round bye in virtue of her qualifier. By the way, the winner of this Navy bracket gets to face Dog Playing Tetris in the round of 32. He is a 2-time monthly DAS master. Anyway, DMJ, you have seen in Tetris all for the last few years. What has DMJ done? What hasn't DMJ done? DMJ is a former Future Circuit winner. That was all the way back in December of 21. Was 4 years ago. Was the runner-up in CTWC's Phoenix Regional this year. Also top 4 finishes in Kansas City Regional in back-to-back years, 24 and 25. Seen him at the Waco qualifiers the last few years that they've had him. You've seen him at Lone Star in 24. He is a 5-time CTWC gold bracket player. Played in Mega Masters twice. And in CTWC, he has finished as high as the top 8, which he did in 24. Tetris for DMJ, 364, 323 for Robin. DMJ with that 1.2 million PB, 1.22. Both players with 1.2s. Top 50 scores for both of them. DMJ up near the top of the board. That square to the left is going to be fatal. And Robin is good in game number 2. So players trading 18 top outs. So now the real match starts. All right. Warm up is done. The real match starts right now. All right, the pieces have been delivered 06E616. 06E616. Those are the pieces. Thank you, Javan T. What a nice best of 3 match this will be. Yes, indeed. When is the tourney going to go to best of 5? Any moment now. One apiece, says Wieneman. Wieneman, I feel like it's been a while since I've seen you over on YouTube. Welcome back. All right, both players on seat, both players ready, both players about to begin game number 3. It's a virtual best of 3 now. And it looks like we had another contribution to the prize pool. Am I mistaken? Am I wrong? Is that another contribution to the prize pool? No, it wasn't. Why did I think we had 20? I don't know. I guess it's fine. Anyway, thank you, everybody. who has contributed. That is not another contribution. We have no more contribution codes left, but while you're hanging out, feel free to go over to Masters Match Arena, because I think we still have some codes left to do. All right, Hepta praising Robin for an L adjustment. When that happens, people are, I'll get done with a game and they're like, oh, do you remember on level 22 when you move that Z piece? You remember that Z piece on level 22? They'll say, and I'll be like, I have no idea what you're talking about. No, I don't remember that at all. Like, why would I remember that? What's up, D Jungle Raffle? Hello. Yeah, I don't remember like what I did with a piece on level 23 like 2 games ago. It's like in one eye and out the other. Tetris DMJ 125 147 for Robin. Another $10 contribution to the prize pool from our borrow. Says join Tetris for the non-pros at tnp.tetris.lol. TNP like Tango November Papa, or Tetris non-pro.tetris.lol. I like that you have Tetris.lol. I have CTWC.WTF. I don't know what I intended on doing with it, but maybe when I retire from CTM, I'll use it for something. Tetris, do you want to do something with it? You want to do something with it? If you want to do something with it, it's the only person I'll let do something with it is Tetris. Or maybe Ren's, right? Some sort of Tetris and Ren's collab. That would be amazing. $344 for Robin, $242 for DMJ. Coffee has left a vacuum in analytical block commentary, which needs to be filled. Yeah, that didn't last too long. I liked when he was doing that. He would kind of like restream or kind of watch along streams with various tournaments. I like that. I didn't want him to show the actual tournament footage because we're like trying to make money here. We're trying to survive, okay? We're barely surviving. But if you're watching along and giving an alternative commentary and just chit chat and banter and whatnot, that's good. It's a good thing to do. 417 for Robin, 335 for DMJ. But the problem is it's more niche than the tournament itself, which is already pretty niche, right? So it's like you're not going to have a larger audience really than the tournament that you're doing it for. And those tournaments are struggling to keep it going, right? So how are you going to keep it going? So it's kind of tough. 387 for DMJ, 512 for Robin. Diving board there for DMJ. Let's see what he's going to do to attack it. The 5 rows of garbage over the well. DMJ, Tetris Ready gets it. 417, 516 for Robin. Over 100,000 points ahead, Robin. As we approach level 19 here in game 3. $564 transition for Robin. By the way, we've got more Tetris for you today. Coming up in an hour and 40 minutes, we have a Masters bracket match. There it is. It's going to be a round 2 match between Wallbant and Cobra. And then at 10 p.m. my time, which is basically 8 hours from now, be another solo Mega Dasters match. That'll be Jacobo versus Oscar. Tetris for DMJ 521. Both on the green level 21. Tetris Robin 642. Robin ahead by 11 lines. Into 22 now. Tetris for DMJ 553. Tetris Robin 672. 100,000 point lead, 7 lines ahead. At least when I started that sentence. Is this weekend Tetris defunct? I mean, yeah, people start these things and, it's kind of like, it's hard to keep them going when they're not remunerative, right? It's hard. It's a lot of effort, and people have busy lives, and it's a hobby, basically. 678 for DMJ, 722 for Robin. Tetris DMJ 739. Oh, DMJ, okay, going to fill in that bar dependency in the middle of the board. He's trying to chop this down. Tetris Robin, 823. DMJ, 746, that left side. Fatal. Yeah, unless that L gets over, and it doesn't. So that is going to be a top out for DMJ at 747. And Robin is good in game number 3 and goes up 2 games to 1. The almost daily update is extremely helpful, so I'm glad that that continues. That is a very helpful thing to do. I'm glad it exists. All right, Robin looking to start a max out streak. And it would begin right now. She gets a bar. There it is. The max out for Robin into 29. All right, new piece is BBB A22. BBB A22. Is this FT2? I don't know what FT2 and FT3 means. Can we talk about DMJ's epic headshots? Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, it looks Australian. DMJ looks... That's like, to me, that's what an Australian looks like. Oh, first to 2, first to 3. Yeah, it's a best of 5, so first player to 3. Excuse me. I don't speak that language. All right, pieces are here. BBB Vandy, have you ever heard my theory of accents? No, I have not. I'm on the edge of my seat. All right, both players are on seed. This might be the droughtiest match I've ever played, says DMJ. All right. As soon as we get it ready for both players, we can begin. But they're too busy chatting. You can, listen, guys, you can chat after. All right, here we go. It's like both players are ready. Game number 4, DMJ looking to tie it up, force a decider. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. By the way, that Coke Zero orange cream flavor is like the best thing ever. And it's really good in coffee. Holy moly. Orange cream? Sorry, cream, not orange green. The orange green flavor. That is like S tier soda flavor. Tetris Robin 74,030 for DMJ, who is up high on the board. Had a dirty Tetris well set up, but he's got to bring it down. Uncovers the right side long bar over Tetris. DMJ. All right. Tetris has some sort of trigonometric theory of American, British, and Australian accents, which I don't follow, but seems obtuse to me. $154 for DMJ, $193 for Robin. Robin is set up in column 3 and trying to keep it open. The rest of the board piling high, but she's got burns. Oh, gets that S over a skim and a Tetris into column 3 for Robin, 229. DMJ's board oriented over toward the left as well, and he's got a column 1 Tetris set up and gets it. Looks like he's going to be, well, see if he's going to stay over there. Yeah, he's going to be forced to stay over on that left side for at least one more Tetris. And there it is, a skim and a Tetris for DMJ on the left. 264 for DMJ. 276 for Robin. All right, but like Tetris, how do you account for the like northern accents in the US and the southern accents? Because I feel like those kind of would fit into that scheme somehow. 310 for DMJ, 347 Robin. Oh, I missed an SZ Corion. And there's like 30 British accents. Yeah, true. Tetris says, we're sick of explaining those big three accents right now because there are budget cuts. Of course. Defunding science and Tetris his work is can't do it. He can't do his work anymore. Tetris Robin 415 361 for DMJ. When are we having Skibbity Masters? I don't know what that is. What is Skibbity Masters? What would I do with that? Tetris DMJ 412. There's one Robin. You'd only be allowed to score a Tetris immediately after a skim. What does a skim and a Tetris have to do with Skibbity Tetris? I don't understand. 50,000 point lead or so for Robin. Another skim and a Tetris for DMJ into 19 463. 539 into 19 for Robin. Zook, what are you talking about? What are you saying? All right, Tetris DMJ 519 566 for Robin. Another Tetris DMJ 544, 50,000 points back. There's a dirty Tetris Robin, one row off the bottom, column 10. Level 21 now. We are playing DAS, which means that level 29 is the de facto kill screen. So players will have basically until their 230th line to do whatever scoring they're going to do. Robin's board getting up kind of high here. Gets the L to the left. What can she get to the left? Another L would be great, but just not coming. Oh, there was the L right there. I don't know if she could have done anything with it, but probably not. It was probably going to hang, so it doesn't matter. So 662 top out for Robin, and DMJ is good in game number 4, and we are heading to a decider. So I think double decider here in the DAS Masters. Wall Banter, are you gonna grow a mustache? I wouldn't say I'd pay to see it, but I'd be curious to see it. T. Osh says, when Vandy says skim and a Tetris really fast, it hears like Skibbity Tetris. I don't see that at all. I don't even see the connection between those two, or even know what a Skibbity Tetris is. It doesn't even make sense. All right, the pieces are here. 0FE533, 0FE533. What does that hat mean, DMJ? Well, we'll wait till after the match. All right, anyway, let's go ahead and get these players started. Game number 5, it's a decider, Robin versus DMJ in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. It's your favorite band? Oh, okay. Got it. Never heard of it. All right, it's a band. Well, this is it, a decider between Robin and DMJ. The winner of this one single solitary game will make it into the round of 32 to take on two-time CTM Dastmaster Dog playing Tetris. Okay, Tetris for both 117, DMJ 138 for Robin as we get underway here in game number 5. Oh, R-Borrow. Well, that, you know what it stands for. You don't know? It's a secret. And it's for Michael Jordan. That's right. David Michael Jordan. Das Masters Jordan? That's right. 195 Robin, 189 for DMJ. I feel like I want to take a quick nap after this, not because it's boring, but because I'm tired. We've done a lot of Tetris over the last week. Not even the last week, the last few days. Gotta grab sleep whenever I can. But I have an hour and 20 minutes till the next stream. Maybe I might just close my eyes, for 20 minutes. That would be good. A little power nap. All right, I'm gonna start right now. See you guys later. 287 here for DMJ, 292 for Robin. Vandy, do you not mention match history between the two players anymore? Yeah, I mean, I sometimes do. And these players have no match history. So there you go, guys. We've mentioned match history. $337 for DMJ, $362 for Robin. It is a matchagami indeed. DMJ has match history going all the way back to September of 2020. That first match was against Mr. Valor. Third match was against D-Lo. In fact, DMJ's first loss in competitive Tetris was against D-Lo. I'm so sorry. But he did win his first 2 games and then played D-Lo. Only to that, I mean, that's upsetting. All right, Tetris for DMJ 434. Robin's first match was against Mel HK. And then Robin's second match was against Kingsman in December of 21. And that was also a loss. Kingsman and D'Lo used to be like the best of friends. So it's funny that they both have early losses to those two. Knicks. 511 for Robin, 526 for DMJ. When did D'Lo play? D'Lo played in like 2019. Late 2018 and then 2019. And when did D'Lo throw his Tetris cartridge in the garbage? When did that happen? Was that in 21 or like late 2020? 564 for Robin, 538 for DMJ. D'Lo gives you crypto vibes. I can see it. All right, 601 for Robin. Going to bring this down with a big triple. 608. Chunking it down. There's the Tetris Robin, 637. 5 below for Robin. 565 for DMJ. He did have an NFT. I remember that. He was shilling an NFT. $678 for Robin, $599 for DMJ. He's got me blocked on everything. Okay, that looks like it's going to be a top out for DMJ at 610, and Robin is good at 693. Robin, you will be continuing on to the top 32. DMJ, you have won a game, you have lost. I mean, you've won a match, you've lost a match. That is how it goes sometimes, but GG's DMJ. Good luck in Jonas Cup. Hope to see you again in future CTM events. Minus 100 aura at the mention of D'Lo. Yikes. Big yikes. All right, Robin, you're good. You get to take on Dog in the next round at some point. It's just not in the database. Got it. All right. The Robin from the Netherlands is the winner. All right, folks. Thank you to everybody who hung out today. Congrats again to Robin. DMJ, again, hope to see you again. Thanks to those of you who supported the stream. Where's my thanks? There it is. We had a couple new followers, Slugnacious and Nintendo Natalia, Pseudo Canard, Twitch, sub, Junkyard Dave with the raid, Party of 90. Thank you, Junkyard Dave. Thanks to everybody who supported the channel during this stream. We also had some contributions to the prize pool, which got us up to 21.79. And our borrow with a couple of $10 contributions. Maisie with the $10 from Bendy. Thank you all. I don't know if maybe that was from yesterday, but whatever. Thanks again, Bendy, for the $1. All right, we're up to 21.21. Appreciate that. Patrons, thank you for helping to keep this channel going. Patreon.com/monthly Tetris. Scott Gray, Jay, Window, K9, Techie, Corporal Shelby, Troy, Dan, Kim, and Rogue Potato, Cacket, Java, D, Jason, Sunny Jr., is going to be added to there soon. Thank you, everybody else on this slide as well. All right, join me in about an hour and 14 minutes. We'll have a single solo solitary match. That's going to be Wallband versus Cobra in round 2 of the pink bracket. So I will see you all then. Thank you, Robin. Okay, YouTube, Queeneman, Marktris, thanks for holding down the fort over there. Tetris from Mario as well. Bye-bye. So long. Farewell. Blurp. All right. Twitch, Twitch, Twitch. We gonna raid somebody. Let's see. Oh, I'm not allowed to raid Ani Shark. I didn't know that. Okay, well, I guess I will not do that. Whoops. Well, I guess I will not. All right, see you guys in an hour. Bye.